When Hannah was 2 years old, she was a very bright and bubbly little girl, and she had as many words as any 2-year-old, and she had perfect pronunciation.
I love you too! That's a big tree.
When Hannah was about 3 years old, she started dropping from 5-word phrases down to 1-word utterances. She stopped walking up and down the stairs. She would stand at the top and she was just afraid to move. She started wringing her hands. She's losing all of these skills, right? I'm trying to push her along, and I'll never forget the day where I'm just trying to get her to help me put her shoe on, her little Velcro shoe. And she looked up at me and she looked really scared and really sad and said, "Trying." That I'll never forget for the rest of my life. And that's when I knew something was really wrong.
Gaby wasn't diagnosed till she was 17. We're not sure what your daughter has, but for labeling purposes, she's on the autism spectrum disorder. And that was kind of where she stayed. And we really went to many doctors. We saw a neurologist. We tried to find answers everywhere, and no one could really help us. And I came across a video of Gaby when she's 2 years, 8 months. And on this video, she's pointing, she's talking, she has expression. She looks like a typical kid. And I'm thinking, how did we get from 2 years, 8 months, totally looks typical, to 17 years old, she can't be independent? And we didn't have answers. And I always was looking for that golden key to unlock the door. I always felt like there was something we were missing.
Rett syndrome is a neurological disorder that affects mainly females.
Most girls develop normally till they're about 1 or 2 years old, and then they have a regression. It's like having autism, Parkinson's, cerebral palsy, epilepsy, all in one little girl.
I think the worst part is not being able to understand what's happening with your child day in and day out, and them not being able to communicate with you, and it's just frustrating all around.
Then you add the fact that she's in physical pain almost every day of her life. She has a crooked spine, she has digestive issues, complications, she has a breathing disorder.
And you know, we're the lucky ones.
So Hannah has learned to type very slowly, and it's infrequent, so we just get a glimpse into her inner world from time to time when she's able to do this. But the fact that she can communicate to us at all, as infrequent as it is, shows us just how much is actually going on inside her.
That has been a huge outlet for Gaby. The thing is, it's not like she can sit and type and communicate. It's one finger at a time.
Once she started typing and expressing herself, and we were able to finally understand what it is like to be Gaby and, you know, the body she's trapped in, that's when it kind of opened our minds to really understand what she's going through.
My ability to talk.
Independence, independence, independence. I constantly have someone supporting me with the most basic tasks. I don't know what independence really feels like.
She's aware of everything that, she knows what she's missing. It's like a knife in your heart as a parent.
It's torture. You're trapped in your body.
There's those days that as much as I try, nothing comes out right. Those are the days that I feel helpless and frustrated. Then, I think about the other young girls with Rett syndrome who aren't as lucky as I am.
And that the diagnosis has provided her and provided others with the ability to see what Rett is all about from a completely different perspective.
It's a very humbling feeling to know how much my words inspire other families and those who suffer from Rett syndrome. At the same time, I feel more of a responsibility to help these girls find their voice as well.
To be able to help makes me feel worth something.
The best part about Rett syndrome is that it's been proven to be curable. That's the best part. We have a gene.
In the last 5 years, the research is so promising, and we've just had strides.
RSRT is funding more than a dozen scientific projects right now.
We have some of the smartest people in the world attracted to this field because of RSRT's leadership.
Gaby has been one of 10 girls that has started our first medical trial.
Before she started, when I would type with her, she would type for about 5 to 10 minutes and then she would need to take a break. And it was difficult for her to really focus. And then a couple months ago, I went to type with her again, and we typed and had a conversation through typing for 2 hours straight. She was there the entire time. We had a very meaningful conversation, and that is something that you would not have seen a year ago.
You can just see that her eyes, her vision, her perspective of what things are all about is so much wider.
I think she sees that, there is actual hope now and there is a finish line. You've seen just tremendous progress over the last year, and I think that's only going to continue to snowball into more and more.
It shows that the science clearly is moving in the right direction.
I hope for a cure.
My biggest hope is that they find a cure and Hannah can do whatever she wants. She can get married, she can have the job that she wants, she can do anything and really inspire everybody with her story.
Gabby's gonna be like you and me. It's not only what we want for her, it's what she's going to get.
I want my daughter to be healthy and happy and be able to tell me what's on her mind.
And have a normal life.
It would be like the greatest moment of my life.
We like to look at the positive and what it's given us.
Every day I am so proud of Hannah, because if you could just imagine what they go through, like being this little girl growing up in this body that doesn't let her feed herself a complete meal unaided or tell me how her day was or who her favorite teacher was. She has stomach pains regularly. She has back pains because of her scoliosis. But this girl smiles every day. She works. She has therapy 7 days a week to stave off Rett. 7 days a week. She's just a kid. She's 9 years old. And she's been doing this since she was 3. Every day she has therapy. Every day she's almost in pain or frustrated. Every day this child fights. And every day this child finds a reason to laugh and to smile. And, I swear she is my hero. And I am so proud of her. Every day.
Hannah inspires me because she's so brave, and I'm not the bravest person in the world, and so what Hannah has to go through really inspires me that way.
She truly embodies the meaning of never giving up, and that's something that I always carry with me.
It's given us a purpose and a cause.
We can finally do something. We can make a difference. I feel so grateful to have the opportunity to be able to do something for her. Our hands were tied all those years. What's our daughter's future? What can we do? And now we can do something, and we are doing something.
It's just been amazing to see the groundswell and the people in our lives and in our community really gather around and rally around us and help us. And we're getting there. This is really happening. We just want to make sure it happens in time for our daughter to have a life. Time for Hannah.
This is pioneering. This is revolutionary. This is science in the making that's going to change history and thousands of people's lives in the future.
As overwhelming it is to stand in front of everyone every year, I do it to help these girls to continue to have hope. Have hope that one day they might not need a feeding tube to eat. Hope one day they'll be able to walk. And hope one day I know what independence really feels like.
Thank you.